What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
That's Jim's background music. We are on a tight budget, so Jim has to do all the sound effects for us. We're going to talk about NATO and the drone incursions into Poland, Estonia, Lithuania, Latvia, Sweden, Norway, Denmark. All of Eastern Europe is now, I'm not sure about radars up. Maybe that's an old military term that doesn't apply, or maybe it does apply. Radars detecting drones flying in NATO airspace.
What is Trump doing? I don't like what he's doing. That's how he says. I don't like this terrible thing what he's doing. I don't like what he's doing.
Well, I'll give him a couple of weeks.
Angry, but he's not doing anything.
Yeah, I'll give him 2 to 3 weeks, to change his mind. I thought, was that Alaska that we last heard that? I think we got through to him. Yeah, no.
Well, he proudly says that America's not financially supporting it.
Right.
You can buy our arms.
Oh, yeah.
So we're not supporting it.
Right.
So they're not. So what part of NATO are they contributing?
They're
the
not.
Manufacturing?
Yeah. Well, they want NATO to buy all the military gear.
So that's your contribution.
Yep, we will buy stuff from America to keep America's war machine going.
Yeah, but you're not going to put any money in. You're just going to make money.
Yep.
So isn't that what Hoover or one of those presidents, Hoover, no.
J. Edgar Hoover was the FBI.
Yeah. One of them warned about the industrial machine.
Yes, the general after World War II.
Yeah, and now you got it.
Yes.
It's an industrial war machine.
You have to feed the machine. So the biggest contributor to the U.S. military is the U.S. government, which is the taxpayer. Yeah. I hope we don't become that, but I can see how America after World War II became the police officers of the world, going around the world. Maybe it was out of fear of communism. Their policy of containment was in the post-war era. You had to go to fight to contain communism in North Vietnam. You had to stop it there. Yeah. You had to stop it in China. You had to stop it wherever the Soviet Union was trying to raise its ugly head of communism. Damn the commies. You had to fight them everywhere. And they were spending money to gain influence in Africa, in Asia,
well, think India. About it now, with all truth, knowing what we know now. Maybe the threat wasn't there at all. It just was oiling the machine to make the arms to protect the rest of the world. Maybe it was all bull. Maybe we've been lied to all along. Maybe Definitely. If they just had not lied about it, communism would have been communism. Maybe it would have developed out into democracy. But we needed that enemy, just like they need the enemy now. Down in the States, fear. It's the Asian, and not the Asian, it's Hispanic community, just like it was the Jews in Germany. Same thing. Make that war machine built. And don't forget, Germany was the same. They had an military-industrial complex.
Yeah.
And that's what you got down in the United States now. Blame somebody else, have an enemy, and make billions of dollars.
On the machines of war.
Yeah, on the machines of war.
Okay, so
tell me there ain't going to be a reckoning.
Okay, well, that's another song.
I know.
All right, let's focus back on the drones and the latest information. Have you heard? Drones coming out of the Ghost Fleet of the Russians. Do you know what the Ghost Fleet is? Have you followed that?
Would that be the subs?
No, the Ghost Fleet are ostensibly oil tankers, but they're not tracked. They've turned off their ship identification on them, and they go mysteriously. Some of them drag anchor lines and cut cables.
Oh, okay.
You've heard about that?
Yeah.
Well, the latest accusation by Zelensky in the past week has been that on some, if not all, of these ghost ships, these untraceable fuel tankers carrying illegal oil shipments here, there, and everywhere, because it's still a black market. If they can sell their oil, Russia will sell it to anybody.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, there are countries who are not lockstep with the embargoes who will buy it on the black market if they can get a deal on it. So that's still going on. People are still fueling
Trump
Putin's
forced
war
India
machine.
into buying.
Yes. So
they're buying from Russia because of Trump.
There you go. So getting back to the drones, the ghost ships now, just like the drone swarms that the Ukrainians have used from trucks that were secretly planted in Russia, and then they open up and out come 100 drones. That's right. Well, that's happening with the ghost ships. Swarms of drones are coming from ghost ships, and Ukraine says they have the intel to show that that is true. So my question is then, have any of the NATO countries taken a ghost ship and said, okay, I know you're in international waters, but we just want to come and see what you got?
Well, it's funny. Trump blew out 4 fishing festivals out of the water. Like the poor peasants in there, everybody just says they have drugs. How do you know?
There's been no due process.
Because no raiding the ship, no finding the drugs. And then where do the drugs go? Into the water.
And
so it's just blowing them out of the water.
So where's the paperwork?
Now he says, not even fishermen. Not even fishermen are out there going fishing. So you're proud of that?
Yeah.
You're really proud of that? They can't have their livelihood because you're just blowing things out of the water? And yet ghost ships, your friend Putin, can float freely.
Yes. Yeah. So there's a bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense. So back again to the drones. So the question is, if they're flying into Polish airspace, and we talked about this a week ago, 17 seconds, Turkey fired a rocket, took down a Russian plane, not a drone, a plane. Yeah. So my question is, why is anything that you don't know not a target for NATO countries at this point in time?
This is the most bizarre of wars. Yeah. Because we're sitting there saying to one country, we're all for you, but don't attack them. Just take the punches. And then, just like you said, Turkey warned them for 17 seconds and took the jet out. There's no way for 12 minutes Estonia should have had, a NATO country, should have had Russian jets flying over their land.
Now, I'm not sure that it's jets. Was it jets?
Yes, in
Estonia's case,
like
it was a jet.
Meg 30, whatever. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
it wasn't
aware
drones
of the drones
in Estonia, it was jets.
Okay. So for Poland, it was 12 minutes of drones, and for Estonia, it was actually a MiG.
It makes me wonder if Putin really does have something on Trump. Because Trump talks a big stink up, but
does nothing.
Again, he'll sell Europe the
down the river,
and not all of the weapons Ukraine needs. He'll sell just enough to keep the war going. He won't contribute a donation like Biden did.
Yeah.
He won't give some as a part of
the cause of freedom.
For the cause of freedom. Trump doesn't care about that freedom.
No.
Because he wants to take Canada. He mentioned it again just this week. He mentioned wanting Canada.
Quantico.
Yeah, just join us. When we'll protect you for free. Oh, yeah, give you our whole land so you can protect us. Isn't that called a shakedown?
It's like the guy with the trench coat. Hey, buddy, look I got some watches for sale. Golden Dome for sale.
Sorry to see what happened to your city.
Buy now. I got it. 61 million.
We can make sure your city don't get blown up again. Just join us.
Yeah, Marlon Brando has nothing on Trump. Yeah. So, again.
So where's it going to end?
Where is it going to end?
Is Russia just going to win? Annihilate them so they have no spirit left?
Well, I'm looking at NATO and looking at the budgets of countries like Canada, who's always been less than 2%, now targeting 2% this year and heading to 5% by 2030, I think, maybe 2035. And everybody in NATO arming up. I mean, the war machine is being oiled right now as we speak. So is there something bigger going on? And I'm going to throw this one out there. Have you heard that Russia's intake of young men for their armed forces has nearly doubled?
Wow.
So this is the recruitment.
Business. Well, it works good for a madman.
Or is it draft? I don't know what they call it.
It works good for a madman like Putin because the great news would be that they win the war. The good news is we kill off a million men, and we don't have to worry about them. So I'm sure they're recruiting some of the lowest of lowests.
Yes.
A lot of them fled the country. So I don't know what the bottom line
is. Those who could afford to left, which means they had wherewithal. Those who are stuck, who are farm and rural, they're the ones who are going to be rounded up. And you'll get an agent coming to your farm and saying, you got a son, he's now this age, he's coming with us. And you don't have a choice.
They don't make good fighters.
No.
Because they don't want to be there. They don't want to be in the war.
No. And who does? Who does want to be in a war?
Well, there are career soldiers. But I think I can't say his last name, he's ruining the recruiting there. I think the recruit's going to go way down now because of his stupid speech. They're just not right people.
Oh, the Jim and Cherry Show. We have so many questions. Not many answers, but a lot of questions. Stick with us. Another cup of coffee. Bye-bye for now.